What's up, YouTubers? Johnny DIY here. Today we are going to be changing out the transmission fluid on a 2017 to 2020 CRV Honda. If you guys are new to my channel, do me a favor and click the subscribe and the bell so you can get all my new videos, guys. Alright, let's get to it. Then we'll go ahead and jack up the back by the tow hook right in the middle. Alright, so you're going to want to put it up on 4 jack stands. I went ahead and put it up on 2 ramps just to save a little time. But if you're going to put it up on jack stands, the jack points are right here, right in front of the back wheel, and right in back of the front wheel. Right here, these tabs right here. But you're just going to want it level. Alright, now we're going to want to scooch on underneath here. There's this silver cover right here we're going to have to take off. There's one 10mm right here in the back. Then in the front here, there's 2 Phillips head screws. Then there's 6 of these half-turn clips, flathead half-turn clips you just undo. Then we can drop that cover and remove it. Alright, so here's our transmission drain plug right here. It's kind of in the middle or towards the driver's side. But to take it off, we just use a 3/8 extension. It fits right into the end. Go ahead and put our drain pan underneath. I went ahead and put it on a breaker bar. Alright, I guess that cracked it loose. So it's best to do this when your engine's kind of warm, so it'll drain better. Woo! Just let that baby drain. Alright, while this finishes dripping, I also want to show you this bolt up here. This little 12mm right here, right above where the drain bolt is. This is our check bolt. You can go ahead and loosen this off if you want to. And what that does is when we refill it, it'll fill up the pan. And then once it starts to drip out of this, that's when we know it's full. I'm not going to be messing with that today. I'll show you guys the correct amount of fluid to add back, and I'll also show you guys a trick. Okay, now while that finishes, let's go ahead and check out the drain bolt. Wow, look at that. You can see the, this is a magnetic drain plug, so you can see kind of the shavings and metal fragmentation on the bottom. So we'll go ahead and clean this off. Look at all that. Get that drain bolt nice and clean. Then we're also going to want to take off this crush washer. This is a one-time use crush washer. It's like a gasket. Now this is the transmission fluid you're going to want to get. You're only going to want to get this from Honda. It's about $10 to $12 a quart. And you're going to need 4 quarts if you have a front-wheel drive, and you're going to need 5 quarts if you have an all-wheel drive. So for the front-wheel drive, it's going to take 3.9 quarts, and if you have the all-wheel drive, it's going to take 4.5 quarts on a drain and fill. So this is it, the HCF-2 transmission fluid. Only use this, guys. Also going to want to pick up the crush washer. This is a couple bucks, few bucks. So we'll just go ahead and put our new one right on the drain bolt. Alright, let's put our drain bolt back on. Give it a wipe down. And I'm going to torque this down to spec. It's 36 foot-pounds. But if you don't have a torque wrench, just hand tight, you know, get it snug down. Here's a look at the fluid. Pretty dirty. Recommended that you change this fluid about every 30,000 miles if you do hard driving like towing or a lot of mountain driving. And you can get away with probably around 40, 50,000 miles just on normal driving. Alright, so here was my trick I was talking about. Here's the dirty fluid and here's the clean fluid. I've got 2 of the same matching containers. Now I can just go ahead and fill the clean one up. And we can fill it up till it matches the dirty one. And then we can replace just the amount of fluid that we took out. That looks just about right, and this 4th one is almost empty because this is a front wheel drive, so the numbers are spot on. Like I said, 3.9 quarts with the front wheel drive and 4.5 quarts with the all wheel drive. Alright, so now our fill plug is down here in the front of the engine, this little cap right here. Just a little vent cap, but twist it off and pull. See, it's right there on the right side of the engine. Alright, now let's stick our funnel down in the hole. It's going to be advantageous of you to get one of these long funnels. And we're just going to go ahead and pour our fluid in nice and slow because we don't want it dripping all over the floor. And for the third time, it's 3.9 quarts for the front wheel drive and 4.5 for the all-wheel drive. Or you can do the check bolt method. If you're going to do the check bolt method, you just take it out. You're going to add all the quarts except about one. And then you're going to go inside the car and go through the gears with the engine on. And then add that last quart. What that's going to do is circulate the transmission fluid through to allow you to get an accurate reading on that check drain bolt. And once we added all our quarts, we can go ahead and pull our funnel and take our cap, and then we just push it in. Now we can close our hood. We're done under here. Now we can slide back underneath the car with our cover. Put that back on. It just slides up underneath the front of the grill. The 10mm, the Phillips head, and these 6 half-turn clips in. There we go. Alright, now we can go ahead and pull the jack stands. Slowly lower it back down onto the ground. Alright, now we can go ahead and start up the car. And what we're going to do is we're going to run it down the gears and back up. Just go through each gear and leave it there for about 2-3 seconds or so. Just all the way down and back up. That's going to let the transmission fluid circulate through all the nooks and crannies in there before we give it a drive. Alright, now I'd give it a slow road test around the block or so before you decided to drive it normally, just to give that fluid an extra chance to circulate through. And then it should be fine to drive as normal. Alright guys, and that's it. Don't forget to write down your mileage that you did this at, and if you're new to my channel, do me a favor and please subscribe and click the bell so you can get all my new videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Thanks for watching Jonny DIY. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and keep on doing it yourself, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.